What's up, everybody? I told y'all we were working. We are working. Frozen in Time number 10. This is double digits.
Hey,
This is double digits.
yes sir.
Who am I here with today, man? Who am I here with today?
With the guy, man. I'm just a guy. R-Zeta, the
Man,
guy.
R-Zeta. How you doing, man? How you doing?
Hey man, I'm doing pretty good, man. I was just recording actually right before I got in here. Recording a choir. This is good fun.
Ooh.
Good fun. So yeah, I'm feeling pretty good, man. How about yourself?
I'm tired as hell. I hate playing basketball.
Hey, bro, you nice?
I am definitely nice.
We gonna find out.
All right? That's gonna lead me to our first question of the day. We're gonna start it off because if y'all don't know, if y'all maybe not follow me on Twitter, which makes sense. I get it. I posted a tweet saying who gonna humble me with the basketball. I was hooping. I ain't gonna lie. I dropped like 25 in a game. I was pretty proud of myself.
Hey.
I talked my shit. And then Mr. R-Zeta over here saying come to NPC. So are you gonna be at NPC?
100%. There is no way I'm gonna miss that joint. Come on now.
Hell yeah. It's in my state. Pretty proud of, pretty happy.
I'm coming to your town to humble you, bro.
Oh God.
Coming to your town. Show you what's good.
No, that's not what's gonna happen. I'm gonna cook you, Sleepy Ash. Make sure y'all check out that interview. JHB if he's there. All this is gonna get uploaded, by the way.
Not even, bro.
But
you ain't seen that. You ain't seen Nern yet.
Yeah. Oh God.
I wanted to go to the last NPC. 'Cause I was at last NPC. I meant to go play basketball with them, but I didn't hear nothing about it, and I didn't know that they actually went until after the fact.
Man, I haven't had a chance to go. It's too far.
Hey man, it's in your town, bro.
You
hosting.
Yeah,
okay,
this is my state. This is my state.
You hosting this year, lucky ass motherfucker.
Yeah, no, it's a 3-hour drive for me.
Yeah.
Now
fire.
we're gonna talk about NPC. We're gonna try and change it from NPC to nerdcore, right? Because we've talked about this before, and not on a negative aspect, but I want to know. Who is your favorite person to work with in nerdcore? I have a feeling I know the answer, but who's someone that's your favorite, and then who do you really want to work with?
All right, someone that's my favorite, and who's someone I really want to work with? All right, well, my favorite as of right now, we're just on a streak. 757 Shay, that's the motherfucking Twizzy, that's gang on everything, right?
Yeah, shout out Shay.
Because just since the first track that we did, that was like, I want to say 2.5 years ago. The first track that we did, we just clicked. Like the first track, it was like, okay, we can do this. I sent him another open, and then we ended up turning that one open. That was a song, and I was like, shoot, let's just make a fucking EP. And then we dropped Hollow. Right now, that was 7 songs, right? And ever since then, we was planning to do, another Hollow. We were planning to do Hollow 2, and we were gonna make way more songs. So we just been like, we're that's kind of like on like slow right now. So we're not like really pushing that because a bunch of stuff happened for me this year, so I couldn't really attack it as like I wanted to. But we made some progress on it. But he's just his energy, the way he gets verses back like that. We just got. There's just something there, bro. And then honorable mentions, Tasteless Mage, King Menace, Eclipse. Those are the guys I came up with. You know what I mean? They always had something. But for sure, right now, 757 Shay.
Man, shout out Eclipse, man. That's my dog.
Yeah, bro, that's the goat. I've known him the longest. He was the first person, one of the first 3 people that I met in Nerdcore.
Jeez.
And he was in my. We all started on BandLab together, and I made a collective called Rising Nerdcore Rappers. So cringe. Good Lord, have mercy.
It was a lower nerdcore at the time.
Yeah, lower nerdcore at the time, bro. And it started with me, Eclipse, Zeta Boy, King Menace, and JBT Coordinate. Yeah, started with us 5, and what is this? Almost. Like 4 years, almost 4 years later, here we are doing the thing. So yeah, I've known him for the longest time. Then for an artist that I really want to work with, I'm gonna only choose one. Because I gotta be fair. Obviously, there's a whole bunch that I want to work with, but. Alright, a little bit of R-Zeta lore. The first track that I ever heard in nerdcore was Hollow by Dizzy 8. Way back when. Okay? That was like
2021.
July of was it September or July of 2021? One of those two. Those are the months that I remember most.
Yeah.
Right? I heard that track and I just finished watching Bleach because I just started watching anime again because I hadn't been watching anime in a minute. And I was actually on the road. I was working, and we were driving all around because I used to do moving, so we would drive all around. Me and my grandfather we'd drive all around the states, and we were out for a long time. And I was just watching Bleach, and I was like, "Yo, man, it would be fire if like someone made a rap about Ichigo, bro. Like that'd be like fire, bro." And I was like, yo, let me look this up right quick. I looked it up on SoundCloud because that's why I listened to most of my music on the at the time. And I found Dizzy 8. Someone posted Dizzy 8's Hollow. I was like, shit is tough. What the right? So it was that what was it? Ice the freaking Toshiro song. That's where I found Slick. Slick's another one of my favorite artists.
Make sure y'all check out that interview with Slick that I did, by the way. It's
yes, sir. Go run that up. But I was like, yo, bro, these motherfuckers are tough, dog. What the fuck? And I was like, it started there, like in the summer of 2021, and it was a couple months that I was just listening around, finding all these new artists, DPS, Fable, Divide Music, Schwabity, you know, all those bigger Game Boy Jones, all those bigger names. And I started watching Internet City's reactions to him, Screwface John's reactions before he crashed out. Terrible. But yeah, I was like, yo, low key, I could do this shit, bro. Cause before that, I've been making like D&B music since like 2018. Not D&B, but like electronic stuff. I was messing around with electronic stuff, and I was like, it was like mostly for fun. I really locked in 2021 when I decided to start doing nerdcore, because like before nerdcore, I was making like just random little stuff here and there, nothing serious, but I was just kind of effing around, having fun. And then in like late 2021, I got to it so late. Breton Boy put like an open verse up for like a Zenitsu song or something like that. And I was, Thunderclap Flash, Thunderclap Flash, my gun shooting fast. Hey, what a step and slash, I would up your mask. Hey, I was like, okay, hold on, I can kind of slide on this. So I slid on it and I put it on SoundCloud. That was my first ever thing that I recorded, because I never recorded my vocals, right? And I recorded it and I was like, yo, I could low-key do this jump for real. I recorded it with my phone like this, right? Needless to say, it was ass, but it was way better than a lot of things that I had heard from all the other nerdcore rappers on BandLab. And I was like, yo, I low-key got something if I really put my mind to this, right? So then I got my YouTube channel up and going at the beginning of 2020. That was December. I remember this date, December 21st, 2021 was the day I recorded that thing, that open verse on for Breton Boy. And then in February of 2022, I made a beat, and then I dropped and then I recorded a hook over it, and then I got King Menace on it, and it was like after CJ DeChamp's his little Black Air Force thing that he had going, and I was feeling inspired by it, so I fucking terrible ass song. What did I call it? And then my name back then was Black Talon. That's another thing. Don't know where I came up with the name at. I think my character in one of these games at the time, I forget what game it was. It's like, I forget what the name of the game was. And then I was a black bird, and I was like, this is my favorite game at the time. Okay, Black Talons, Black Talon. All right, so that was my name.
That's such a weird name.
Hey, I still like that name. Okay, I still like that name.
I'm fucking with it. It's cool.
I still like that name. I feel like I feel like I like R-Zeta a lot better. I don't know where I came up with. I don't know where I come up with these names at. They just go poof, and then they're there, right? What was that? I say I dropped a song called Black Air Force, and I was Black Talon. So there was that. That was my first song, and I dropped that on YouTube, February 2022.
Is it still up?
No.
Damn
Dude.
Damn
Took that shit off of YouTube. Hell no. Oh man, I have it in my computer somewhere. But yeah, nah, man, I don't. It's so buns, so buns. But yeah, that's the art. So all this is kind of just on a tangent. All that it started with my favorite artist being Dizzy 8, and how he got me into nerdcore. So yeah, that's definitely the artist. That's the one artist that I want to work with most.
Hell yeah.
In the scene.
Now,
yeah, that's the guy.
Now I gotta ask. You've seen Bleach. Have you seen the other two part of the big three?
I've seen Naruto. Naruto was the first anime I watched. No. What was the first anime I watched? Naruto was the first one I watched. It was forgettable. I was watching at some friend's house. I forget the name of it. But I watched Naruto. Naruto was the first one I watched on my own, and then Bleach. I watched Bleach next. I watched like 60 episodes of One Piece and was like, nah, I'm cool.
Hey man, hey, if you're subscribing to him, unsubscribe. He doesn't like One Piece.
Hey, yeah. Yeah, no. The thing about One Piece is I could never. I'd seen Naruto and I'd seen Bleach, and there's so much edgier shows, right? Naruto a little less so. Like Bleach is like super dark. Naruto was like kind of in between the two, and then One Piece is like I just can't.
I don't want to pull the card. I don't want to pull that card. But if you get later into One Piece, it gets progressively darker and darker and darker and darker.
I know that. So like,
yeah.
It's not that
it's just
One
the passing
isn't a good show. It's my personal taste. It's my personal preference. I know
I
One Piece is a great ass show because it has a fucking 1,000 episodes, bro. Come on now. There's no show that is failing is going to get that many episodes. Period. End of story. So I know it's a good show. There were a couple arcs. They do have some really crazy ass fight scenes. I do enjoy some of the characters in that show. But I could never sit down to watch it. It's just the art style throws me off. Being that Bleach is my favorite anime, it's kind of not. It's like on the other side of the spectrum from One Piece. One Piece is very goofy with the way that they draw their characters and stuff. Not goofy, but a lot like abstract with the way that they draw their characters. Bleach is very like very sharp edges. They're very it's a really edgy show. It's a dark and edgy show, and those are my favorite kinds of shows. My favorite shows.
You said Bleach is your favorite though?
Yeah, Bleach.
Everybody, if you did unsubscribe, subscribe back to him. Bleach is my favorite show, so we gonna let it slide.
Come on now. Yeah, shout out 86. That's another one of my favorite shows. But Bleach,
they're not ready for the 86 rap. I'm not gonna lie with you. I'm gonna shh on that one.
But yeah. So yeah, Bleach is definitely my favorite out of the big three. Naruto second, One Piece last, simply because of personal preference. I feel like Naruto, it being the first one that I watched, kind of set the stage for all the anime that I would watch after it. And I kind of veered toward the darker animes, the animes that have a lot more fighting in them, like epic scenes and shit like that. Like that's what I really thrive on. One Piece, I just couldn't. I couldn't get behind like the It's just not my personal taste. That's all I'm gonna say about it.
I fuck with it. I can respect it. I can respect it.
Yeah.
Now, get into the music because scratch that. We're gonna get to the music after this because I got something to address. You're a very mature person at your age because I don't think that people realize how mature you are. If y'all don't know, R-Zeta is just a year younger than me, and I'm 20. And I'm not gonna lie, Galaxy can kind of vouch for this. He has all his shit together. I'm not gonna put out your business like that, but what's up with why was it? Because you have all your stuff ready to go. You have your personal life is like what most people dream to get their life. Is that And don't say I'm just a guy. We're not doing this again. We're
I'm
not
just a
doing
guy,
this
yo.
again.
I'm just a
But
guy, yo.
does that kind of, because we've already talked about like it's the determination, it's the wanting to get where you need to be without waiting. Is that kind of the same thing that you have with your music?
Oh,
Because
100%.
because
Absolutely.
I don't know if people all have you on Twitter that see this. You make music, you produce music, you engineer, mix, and master all your music. Do you make the AMVs too?
I'm getting to doing AMVs. So, me, it's a matter of not wanting to be working a 9 to 5, 40 hours a week by at like 30 years old. I don't want to be the way that I grew up. My father was always away. He was always working, always work. He's still working. He's still working his ass off. We did like I was working at his job with him for like 2 or 3 weeks, and there was one week where I was riding with him for 12 days straight. We did 82 hours.
Jeez.
Yeah, and I don't want to be doing that by the time I'm like 40 years old. So, yeah, I'm 19 right now. The moment I turned 18, I went and got my driver's license. I got my driver's license on my birthday. And then I took my GED a couple months later. Oh no, it wasn't a couple months later. I took my GED earlier this year, so that was 6 months later. Was it 6 months? 12 months later. I'm tweaking. My fault. I turned 18, got my driver's license, and got my first job. That's the thing I got. I got my first job. And then that was in September. So that was 2 months later. I got my first job, and I was working on my job for 8 months, and then I went and got my GED, and then I just went into an HVAC apprenticeship. So now I'm gonna be doing HVAC. I went from not knowing nothing about it to I'm about to have a company truck in 3 more months.
Jeez.
So yeah, there's that. But yeah, man, and the thing was my brother was already out. My brother is 2 years older than me, 2.5 years older than me, and he was already out and about doing his thing. And he always had the car because me and him, we shared a car, and he always had the car. He was always out, and he was always like driving mad far away. So I didn't have an opportunity to work, because he got a job when he was 18 as well. And I was 16 years old, and I got 9 siblings. Him being the only one that's older than me. The rest of them are all younger than me. So I was always at the crib watching 8 little kids, yo.
Jesus.
8 little kids. So I could never go anywhere. I could never go out. I always had to stay inside the house, unless, it was closer to nighttime when my parents were home and I was able to get out about and do my thing. But I started doing nerdcore when I was 15. I discovered it and started doing it. 16 was when I really kicked off. So for 2 years, being that I was cooped up in the house all the time, I decided to make the most of it and sit down and learn how to produce, mix, learn how to sing and rap and all that stuff. I put in, through ages 16 through 18, I had put in 3,500 active studio hours, I believe.
Jesus.
3,500 active studio hours. Right now, I'm at 5K, but this is another 2 years, almost 2 years later. So half the amount of I've been able, because I got a job, I wasn't able to put as much time as I wanted into music as I was before. Because before, I was because I had built myself a little booth out of scrap wood and stuff like that. I went outside and got myself some OSB boards, and I built myself a little booth, and I put it in the corner of the living room, like with the back facing the rest of the living room. So I had like a little sound booth so I could record my stuff and just sit there and mix my music without being disturbed. And I was in there every single day for at least 4 hours a day. And I was like I said, I racked up 3,500 hours in the first. It might have been 3,800 before I got my first job. And then I got my first job, and that was like I was able to spend half the amount of time that I am now. Well, that I was before making music. So I'm at like about 5,000 hours. Honestly, I stopped keeping count.
Once you get past 5,000, Jesus.
I'm trying. My goal was to hit 10,000 hours of active studio time. I was already at 3,800 in 2 years, and then it's been 2 years of me having a job and being able to do music, and I'm like, okay. So in my head, I'm like, okay, so if I keep doing it at the same pace, which I'm pretty comfortable at the pace I'm doing it right now. I intend to ramp it up some more actually. So I'm assuming that I'm gonna get about 1,500 hours every 2 years, so 700, 800 hours a year. Um, I'll be able to hit that 10,000 in. I'm already at 5, so about 5 more years I'll be able to hit it. Especially if I kick it in gear, I'll be good. So I'll be good. I'm only 19, so by the time I'm 24, 25, I would have had 10,000 hours of music, and 10,000 hours is the mark of perfection. So that's where I'm trying to get.
Hell yeah.
That's what I'm trying to get from my music. So, and then I just want to do everything when I still have the energy to do it, and when I'm still young. So, I was saying all that just to say, man, I just went out and got it. I also got a house. I married the girl that I've known for 10 years. I met her when I was 9, and I let her know that I wanted to marry her when I was 13. So I was 4 years after we met, and I was like, yo. And she was like, and then that was the thing. She moved away. She moved way down south, and then while we were stuck, because I met her in Michigan, because I lived in Michigan at the time, and then I moved back down to VA, and then I went down to South Carolina to go pick her up, and we got married, and I did that just earlier in September. I don't know if y'all saw that on Twitter or not, but there's that. So I'm married at 19. I have my own house. I just recently got a 2025 Toyota Camry for myself. So I got a whip. I'm just trying to get all these things done. I'm trying to set myself up, but to be ready at 20 to set a 10-year plan for 30 years old, to retire at 30 years old. And whatever comes in between there, whatever comes in between that time. So I have 10 years to go to school, to work, to gain real life experience at jobs. So doing HVAC, I intend to be doing HVAC for the next 2-3 years, so that I can have that on my resume. So I can pretty much I have job security after that. I've been doing it for 3 years. I can go to pretty much any HVAC company in America, world, dang it, and be like, yo, I got 3 years of experience. Hire me on as a regular tech, and the median rate is like 25 an hour. So I'm good on work after that. So. And then hopefully I'll be doing this for 2 years, and I intend in 2 years I'm saving up all the money that I make from music right now, so that in 2 years, wherever I'm at, I'm going to try to quit my regular job and go full time in music. I got a lot of exciting things planned. I'm learning coding right now as well. I want to make my own plugins for mixing and mastering and stuff. There's just so much I want to do, sell drum kits. I want to be I still want to be an artist and do nerdcore, but my biggest inspirations before nerdcore were producers on YouTube and stuff like that, and just seeing them make it out of the mud. And it's been since 2018. I've seen several producers get to 150,000 subs from 400. I found them at 400 or 500 subs, and they've gotten to 100,000. You know what I mean? So I want to be well over 100,000.
Yeah.
So I want to be like them. They sell a drum kit, and they made all the money. They may sell one drum kit, and they make all the money that they need to for the next 3 years. You know what I mean? That's how they're living right now. So it's entirely possible. I just need to go get it. So in 2 years' time, I intend to be at the point where I can go full time with music.
He's just a guy.
I'm just a guy. Bro. Just a guy. I be telling people all the time, man.
I hate how gritty he is.
I be looking like I know what I'm doing, but at the end of the day, I'm just a guy. I'm a pretty dumb guy.
Anyways, Mister, I'm just a guy. Going into the music part, right?
Yeah.
You've dropped a lot of good songs. I can't even lie. And me, a recent find out was I recently found out who you were, a while ago. I think it was early January. No, what I found you out on was the XXL Nerdcore Freshman Cypher Part 4. Yeah. And ever since then, I've been peeped because I'm like, oh, this guy's good. He makes good music and everything.
Preach.
And now what I want to know is, what do you feel do you feel like that verse kind of introduced you to a whole new set of fans? when they dropped it, or do you feel like you've been kind of just on that consistent path where like, because like I was honest, like I'm honest, like I'm not gonna lie and be like, oh yeah, no, I've known you since like 2022.
Yeah. Yeah, you
But
just found me, right?
that's why I'm wondering, because I'm like, dude, that verse was. I usually be like, yeah, that verse is alright. I mean, that verse is cool. That verse is really good. But like that verse
Yeah.
was like definite. Like I'm
Yeah.
glazing right now. I don't care.
Hey man, I appreciate it, bro. I appreciate it.
But
It's a lot. It's a lot of. I put my all. I actually wrote that verse. It was 3 o'clock in the morning, and I was sitting outside my job. I just driven an hour to work, and it was 3 o'clock in the morning. And I was sitting outside my job. I had to clock in 30 minutes, and I sat there and I wrote that verse. And when I got home that day, I recorded it. So I remember writing that verse and being like, "Yo, this joke kind of tough. Hold up, wait a minute," because I was feeling hype at the time. So like, yeah. But do I feel like it introduced me to like a new set of fans? I feel like my name has gotten around a little bit, but that's mainly off of like mixing and mastering stuff for some of my friends that have gone kind of big, in the scene at least. And the fact that I'm not more known, the fact that I'm quote unquote slept on, is entirely my fault. Why? Because you said earlier I've dropped a lot of fire songs. Well, the truth is I haven't dropped nearly enough fire songs and I haven't promoted myself properly. I haven't done the marketing that I need to do, and I haven't. It was a lot of procrastination and a lot of half-finished projects, and a lot of I just couldn't finish it. You know what I mean? And it's mainly due to the fact that just when I had started getting good at making music and proud of what I was doing, I also had a job.
yeah,
So I couldn't put all of my energy into it. But the job I have now, I can sit down and have a 3-hour lunch break and record a song. You know what I mean? So, I have the time and stuff now to really release some stuff and really go crazy, because I can do so much. Like I can give me 4 hours of listening to a particular genre or style, and give me 2 tries to replicate it, and I can make a banger from not knowing anything of how to make it to making an absolute banger in that genre in that style in 12 hours. Like I have a lot of potential, and hopefully I intend to increase decrease the amount of time that it takes me to make great stuff like that. But yeah, no, it's just me not being as known as I feel like I should be is entirely my fault. I need to lock in. Long story short, I need to lock in. I need to promote myself better. I need to put myself like in front of the right people. And then before all of that, I just need to make more music. And I have plenty of half-finished projects that I've never finished. My vault is like stacked full. And a lot of the time I don't finish new songs because I still have so many songs in the vault, and it's just kind of like a mental block. Like, oh man, I still got them songs back there that I gotta finish. Right? So I'm just getting over that. I intend on dropping all the songs that are in my vault. There's like even a song in there that says 2024 in the hook. I'm still gonna drop it anyways. It's still a fire ass song that I made in January of 2024. I was like, yeah, man, I'm going crazy, y'all. 2024 or something like that. Like,
in 2025.
In 2025, you know what? Fuck it. So I'm just gonna get the vault out there for you guys. So I just clean slate, and every song that I start, I'm gonna finish within 3 months. And if I don't finish it, within 3 months, then I'm gonna finish it the day that 3 months is over. You know what I mean? There's no excuses. I have the time. You know what I mean? So I have the time. Like now, I have the time. So I'm gonna go ahead and knock that out the way. But yeah, man, I just need to make more. Need to make more music. That's
now it. With the music thing, because you have these thing where you always say, I want to master and I want to do it until I perfect it. That's been your one big thing, and I can respect that heavily, because that's how I am. But what inspired you to make music? What was that going for? You're like, you know what? Fuck it. I did it once. I thought I can do it again. All right, now I'm good at it. Like,
okay, so what was the moment I realized I was good, and what was the moment that started it? I'm gonna answer in that way. So what was the moment that started it? This is funny as hell, but it was 2017. and we were in Michigan. And I remember the day I was at the library in the teens section, and I was playing Geometry Dash on my phone. Average day, regular day. My siblings are all doing their homework and stuff, and I'm just on the phone playing Geometry Dash. And I'm like, yo, I love this level. This music sounds so good. How the fuck did they make this? And then I went on YouTube and was like, how the instrumentals in Geometry Dash were made. And then I just, I found first I found a DAW called LMMS, right? And I got that DAW. It's a free DAW, old as dirt, and it's not very good. But I made a couple little things in there. They were so buns good. Like, oh my god, oh, very trash stuff that I made there. But I was like, yo, I can do this. Like, I don't know any of what I'm doing right now, but I know I can do this, because like out the gate I knew I had an ear for chords. I knew, because like they didn't have like a key scale or nothing. They didn't show what notes were in the scale, but I was able to just tell, okay, well, if I put these notes together, they sound good, so I can do this, so I'm gonna do it this way. And I found out later that those were scales and stuff. I knew nothing about music, absolutely nothing, but I felt like, yo, I could low-key do this, right? And then my brother was like, well, you want to do music, that'd be pretty cool if we could start singing songs, because before that, me and my brother always been singing since we were little. We've always been singing, right? We would write little songs on paper, and then we just start singing it. We never had a thought of an instrumental or a beat or nothing. We just sang songs all the time, right? I never really got good at it, because I didn't learn how to sing until like 2-3 years ago. I didn't know how to actually sing. I learned how to do it, and then I know I can do it now, right? So, but like I'd always wanted to do it, and then my brother, when I found LMS, my brother was like, okay, you want to do this? Let me go look into it to find us like a better program and stuff. And then he found FL Studio, and then my mother, my beautiful, amazing, wonderful mother, bought the producer version of FL Studio for me. It was $200, and at the time, like we didn't have no bread, so I was like eternally grateful.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a gift I'll never forget. Crazy. I'm not gonna go back down that path, but it's very funny how life works. But she got me FL Studio, and I started using FL Studio. And I was using it for 3 years, just doing offhanded stuff. And then in 2021, I did that Breton Boy Open verse, and I said, let me fuck around and find out I can do this. Hold on. Let me fuck around and find out I can do this jump. And that's when I started feeling like I could do that. And then I dropped the Maury Jin song, Monkey King, that on YouTube, and that currently has 13K. 15K. It's my most viewed song on YouTube right now. And I was like, I could do this. I could do this. So, yeah, that's the moment I realized I could do it, and I really wanted to take this, as far as it could go. So, yeah, now I'm just in it to win it, man.
That song does have 15K. I had to double check and fact check you.
Yeah,
it does have 15K. Good shit.
It's actually not that good of a song, like sonically wise, it's not good right now, but like in concept, if I were to recreate that now, that song would be crazy. But
Okay, well, going to my next question, thanks for kind of saying it. Since you did have doing songs a while, and you've even said it, like you've gotten better at mixing and mastering, you got better at producing and all that stuff. And if you want to recreate that song, what song would you want to recreate? Or redo, recover, all that stuff. You can't use that one because, that's a cheat answer.
It wouldn't be that one. Simply because I feel like if I were to make a completely new Morrigin song, I'd be able to do him justice. Like I'd be able to do it better. You know what I mean? If I made a completely new Morrigin song, right? There's one song that I think I could redo. Man. So there's My Dogs. My Dogs is a really good one, but I don't think I'd ever. I don't want to recreate that one because that My Dogs was some of my favorite writing that I had done, and a lot of people had told me that was my best writing, and that was constantly like the fact that I would like I always struggled to try to recreate something like My Dogs, just lyrically wise and bar wise and stuff. Um, but I could never do it, and that was such a mental block for me over the past like 2 years. It just bugged my soul. Like even now, when I go to sit down and write a rap verse, I'm like, dang, are these bars like
On
good
that
enough?
same level.
Funnily enough, like when I listen to My Dogs now, I'm like, well, these bars are good, but they're not all that crazy. I know I could do better now. I just can't. It's weird. It's a very weird mental block that I still have. It's still lingering somewhat. Would I recreate My Dogs? Probably not. I just had to bring that up because that's one that's very prominent to me.
Mm-hmm.
If I were to recreate a song, it would probably be Control. My Deku song.
Deku song.
That was the second DNB song that I ever made, but it was the first DNB beat that I had produced since starting Nerdcore. Because before Nerdcore, I had actually done DNB and other electronic genres before. They were all buttons, like they all weren't good, but it was my first one that I made since then, and it's still a freaking amazing beat. I just feel like mix and master wise, I could have done it so much better, and certain vocal techniques and stuff that I used in there, I was like, ooh, like I'm better at them now. Like I can belt way better now. I can do screams and stuff like that now. So like I would have been able to do a lot better if I were to recreate Control.
Hell yeah.
Control for me.
Now, I gotta know this because it's 2025. All right, you took a tiny little break from making music, dropping music on YouTube. What's the plan for this year? What's the plan?
Drop 25 singles. I'm gonna drop 25 songs, at least 2 a month. I've already dropped 4 this month. I intend to go beyond 25, honestly, because like I said before, my biggest hurdle thus far has been that I don't have enough out. I started my channel in 2022. It's been 3 years, and I have 50 songs. I should be at the point where I'm able to make about 25 songs a year, so I should be at like 75.
Yeah.
Right? So, and I have made 75 good songs. They just haven't all seen the light of day. So, that's my goal for this year. Release The Vault and drop 25 singles.
Are we getting an album?
Are we getting an album?
Or EP? That's why
I have... It's funny you ask that. So, right now, I have 1... 2, 3, like 2 of them are, all 3 of them are albums, right? But one of them is The Vault that I'm gonna be releasing. The Vault is gonna be called What Lies Beyond.
That's hard.
That's
a hard name.
That's a tough ass name.
I get it. That's a tough ass name.
I'm like a fucking genius for thinking that shit up. But yeah, no, that's gonna be the Vault. What Lies Beyond. Then there's an album that I've been working on that is entirely it's I'm doing all the rapping and the vocals and stuff like that, but it is entirely produced by another producer. I'm not gonna say who, but another producer has produced like 20 something beats for me, and and it's gonna be me just rapping. Right? I'm just gonna be rapping my ass off, right? So that's an exciting one that I'm looking forward to. And then another like a smaller album closer to an EP of beats from another producer who's gonna be who I've bought several beats off of, and I just have them sitting there, and I'm just like, yo, I'm gonna do a little thing with those. Some of them he gave to me for free. Some freaking the GOAT, bro. If you know me, you know C Prick R, and he is the guy who taught me anything that I like learn, like, because I learned all my stuff. I'm pretty much either self-taught, learned off of YouTube, or production-wise, I would take my beats to C-Prick and he would criticize them, and like he would critique them, and then show me. I would sit there and just watch him for hours, just making beats and stuff like that, or just like what he would go and he'd show me his beats, and he'd just show me all the things that he did to make them. And he's the only real life teacher that I had for production. So that's the GOAT. And he's given me several free beats, and he's made a lot of beats, and I bought some off of him. So I'm gonna be using those to make an EP. And then I'm working on the collab album, right? So those are 3, and then the collab album, which is gonna be Hollow 2, that I'm working on with Shay right now. That's gonna be quite fun. And this is gonna kind of lead to my vision moving forward. So after this year, I'm gonna drop 25 singles. I'm gonna try to get as much work done on those albums as possible, but I'm not gonna drop those albums, except for What Lies Beyond. What Lies Beyond is gonna drop this year. I promise you that. What Lies Beyond is gonna drop this year. And maybe the one that's with C-Prick, but the other 2. Oh, and maybe you might get Hollow at the end of this year, beginning of next year. If we're able to knock it out like I want to, hopefully by the summer of this year, you get Hollow.
Hell yeah.
But the other one where I'm just, wrapping my ass off, that one's going to come next year. And after 2025, I have a plan for my music where I'm not going to be dropping singles as often. I'm going to be dropping singles as like placeholders, right? So if I have a random idea or a show comes out and it's really hype, I might jump on the hype train, like write a song about it, jump on the hype train to get some views and drop a single for it. But I'm going to be making EPs, and I'm going to be making about 6 EPs a year, 6 to 8 EPs a year.
Damn.
7, actually. I'm going to do 7.
Damn.
So that I can have enough time to complete the vision completely by myself. I'm gonna make the EP. They're all gonna have transitions into each other and stuff like that, and it's gonna be like a complete vision. I want to make the entire video myself, and then every 7 weeks, every 8 weeks or so, you guys are gonna get a new R-Zeta drop, and then I'm gonna go on break the last month of the year every year, and that's gonna be my music moving forward, because I have so many animes that I want to cover, so many favorite characters and stuff like that, and I am a nerdcore artist, so like I really do make music off the characters, like just off of the inspiration that I get from the characters and whatnot. But outside of that, I'll make singles and stuff like that, like of my own self. You know what I mean? In between, so like, cause I can sit down and make a fire ass song in 3 hours, right? Doesn't take very long, like from scratch. So like, produce it, rap it, sing it, mix it, master it, drop it, right, in 3 hours, right? Maybe not with a video. The video would take me another 4 hours. So, but I can make a song in less than a day. Yeah. Right, and I can just drop it. So if I'm feeling like that, I'll just fuck around and drop something. So you guys might get little surprise drops here and there. But moving forward from 2025, I'm gonna be doing me on an EP schedule. So, yeah.
Hell yeah, that's hard. Mm-hmm. Now, I'm gonna make kind of an announcement real quick. Me and Mr. R-Zeta were talking, and y'all gonna see a new little intro coming soon. I gotta get a little graphics designer thing to help me out with the little intro, make it all look nice and pretty. But the instrumental that's gonna be used would be by yours truly over here. He killed it on the intro. I'm not gonna lie, I'm hyped for y'all to see that. But when this drops, I don't know if it's gonna be out yet. It may come out near my birthday. Maybe a nice little birthday surprise for all y'all.
Yes, sir.
But just want to make an announcement on that. So he killed it on the beat. It's fucking hard. I ain't gonna lie, it's hard. He's still just a guy though. But I'm just a guy. I
swear I'm just a guy.
He's okay. All right. Anyways, you're gonna piss me off. Anyways, I noticed the Steelers in the background.
Hey, yes, sir.
I gotta hate.
Fuck you.
I gotta hate. Because I like the Ravens. I like the Ravens.
Fuck you. Double fuck you. I like Lamar Jackson, but double fuck you.
What's up with the? Are you a Pirates fan too? Is it like a Pittsburgh everything?
Nah, I'm a football.
Football only?
I'm solely football, dude. I don't even watch basketball like that. I only watched basketball for a little bit because the friends I had at the time were into it. But I don't really watch basketball. I'm solely because I wanted to actually go pro in playing football. I still want to. I'm not only 19. I still have college years ahead of me. So
Me with
if I
basketball.
feel if I feel like if I feel like it can fit in my schedule, I would like to start taking like the minimal amount of courses that I can for like college or something like that, and be able to be a walk on to the football team and hopefully try to take that somewhere. And if I don't make it within the amount of time that it takes me to finish college, then it just wasn't meant to happen. I ain't gonna chase it like that because I got so many other things going for me. But I definitely do want to go pro in football. I fucking love football, bro.
Now I gotta ask though, why the Steelers? Like, fuck the Steelers.
Yo, fuck you, fuck you. Okay, Steelers. This might be a funny reason, but my father's actually a Green Bay Packers fan.
Then this really makes no sense.
It makes zero sense. But he was playing Madden on his little PS2 way back when I was like 6 years old, and he was playing against the Steelers, and I was like, yo, who are these dudes in the black and gold? These dudes look tough, yo. I like these dudes. And then that was the team I would always play with, playing Madden growing up, and then in like later on, and like when I was like 12, 13, I started actually watching football, and I started off by watching the Steelers, and I was just like, yo, I love the Steelers, bro. And that was just my team. So like, I'm original with it, man. I'm not gonna just be a Green Bay Packers fan because you're a Green Bay Packers fan. I'll be fighting with my dad all the time. No, fuck the Green Bay Packers.
That's how I am. My family's a Cowboys fan.
Ah,
yeah. I'm not. I like the Cowboys. They cool.
Fuck the Cowboys. I don't like Cowboys.
But I'm gonna go for the Ravens because I fuck with the Ravens, and they actually have a good chance of winning stuff. I know they're eliminated. Don't put down in the comments. I know. I was crying over it. I won it on Sunday.
Yeah,
Mark Andrews, count your days.
Count your days is crazy. Yo. Yeah, no, I was so mad, bro. I wanted the Ravens to win that game badly. Even though they're the division rivals, I actually do like the Bengals and I like the Ravens. I hate the Browns. I hate the Browns.
Yeah, I hate the Browns.
I hate the Browns with a passion. Okay, I absolutely hate the Browns. I have an uncle who's a Browns fan, and we get into it all the time, right? But I hate the Browns. I respect the Bengals. I've always respected the Bengals. The Steelers and the Bengals rivalry has never been like a really bitter one, but it's always been.
It's a competitive one. It's
always been a competitive one. But just the Ravens and the Steelers, that's a matchup that I just love. I just love it every time. I have mad respect for the Ravens, and I actually really love Lamar Jackson. So like, even when we were playing against them, I was like,
whoever wins wins.
Freaking, like whoever wins only because Lamar Jackson. Like Lamar has to get his chip one of these days, and if this is the year that they beat us and he gets his chip, I'm okay with that because we really didn't deserve it this year anyways. I hate Russell Wilson with a passion, and I don't know
why the fuck we kept him under center.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know why I got Russell Wilson. Like I would have just ran it. I would have just ran it with Fields.
I wanted Fields to just take it over all. If they had just let him stay in the pocket all year and develop, it would have been. It would have been a much different outcome. Like even though like we might not have won everything, but he would have at least developed and showed us everything that he could do. And like if he had taken us into the postseason, which he was already on pace to take us into the postseason, like we could have had the quarterback for the future. But like now everything's like nobody knows nothing because Russell Wilson's. When he farts, dust comes out, bro. Like he's old as hell. Why are we putting our trust in this guy? He's already 1 foot out the door.
Facts.
Come on now, bro. You go with Justin Fields, and he turns out to be really good. You got a starter for the next 15 years, 10 years at least. You know what I mean? Provided that he doesn't go up in smoke. But come on now.
Yeah. But hey, I gotta we're near the end. It's been fun. I appreciate you for a lot. But is there I don't know. I have an announcement coming soon that's on top of my head, but I'm gonna hold it because I gotta talk with more people. But just know, artists, producers, I'm looking for y'all. There's gonna be money involved for a reward. You're not putting any money up. There's gonna be money involved for a reward. Join my Discord, link in the description. That's all I'm gonna say on that. There's gonna be money involved. I'm gonna hold that on though. I'm not gonna explain too much on it because I gotta finalize some things. Shout out Alchemy, by the way. That's all I'm gonna say on the producer side. Shout out Alchemy, my dogs. You have any closing remarks, man? Any closing remarks? Anything you gotta tell me? Anything you gotta tell the fans? Anything you gotta tell supporters? All that stuff.
For you, appreciate you for getting me on. For the fans, watch out. For my peers, keep going crazy. For aspiring artists, never give up. Everywhere I've like, as far as I've gotten, it has all been just a story of all my ups and downs and quitting and trying again and quitting and trying again. Never quit, because it's just gonna hold you back, man. Keep going, don't give up. That's a message to myself as well. And I'm ready to go crazy, bro. Let's go stupid. Let's make this a year to remember.
It's gonna be a good ass year, man. Always shoot for your perfection, man. That's one thing I put. Consistency is key. Zeta, that's for you as well. Consistency is key. Go crazy. I'm gonna be consistent this year. Hey, listen.
Sir.
We're road to 100 subscribers. We're gonna shoot for that, and then we're gonna shoot for 500. Then we're gonna shoot for that 1,000. All right.
Yes, sir.
Let's keep this shit going, man. Hey, Zeta. I think it's time. Time for you to take off, man.
It's time, bro. It's been 3 years in the making. It's funny, you found me on the XXL Nerdcore Freshman Part 4, right?
Mm-hmm.
For Part 3, Jamal Rose had a competition called Burn the Universe, and my Burn the Universe submission is actually still up on YouTube. And that's the oldest drop that I have on YouTube right now, because the rest of everything before that I deleted. But the Burn the Universe competition, I did that, and I got like a 7.5 overall. No, it was a 6.7 overall score or something like that, right? And I didn't make the final cut. I didn't make the top 10. I was like top 12, I think. And when I didn't get in to part 3, I was like so mad, and I was like, yo, I'm gonna make it to part 4 no matter what. And I ended up, getting on part 4, and not only just getting on there, but I was able to produce and mix my whole section, along with 2 other fucking amazing artists along with me. So I didn't just get the opportunity. I made the most out of that opportunity, bro. So like, you know what I mean? And that's just the first part of it, man. We're about to go so nuts. We're about to go nutso, okay?
Man, listen, always like you said, man. Don't wait for an opportunity. Shoot for the opportunity.
Facts.
And and as always, it's been your boy, King Frozo. We out, man. Peace.
Yes, sir.